This game is brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads. Iron and Steel Threads is on a mission to bring the game to more people in communities across the nation. We create products that help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSPORTZ10 to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at Iron Steel Threads. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Alongside my broadcast partner and producer, Charlie Adams, I am George Bannister. And, Charlie, we have a fantastic afternoon of RIIL Division I boys hockey here on the Fans Only Sports Network. In front of us, LaSalle in the midst of a 3 games in 3 nights. Moses Brown coming off a win on Friday. Charlie, we've seen LaSalle a couple times. You've seen Moses Brown at least once. What can we expect this afternoon?
Well, for LaSalle, you see their schedule. They've faced strong opponents, but when it comes to Rhode Island teams, they look very strong against their Rhode Island opponents, taking down Bishop Hendricken in the Ed Walsh Cup, following it up with 2 strong wins against Barrington and Burrillville. But for Moses Brown, they're coming off of a tough last season, and they've come out the gates firing. This is a huge game for Moses Brown to really know where they line up in Rhode Island.
Let's send it down to our public address announcer for starting lineups and the national anthem.
At right wing, a junior, number 9, Quinn Peterson. At left wing, a sophomore, number 26, Chase Birmingham. At center, a sophomore, number 14, DJD Plant. On defense, a freshman, number 3, Luca Marengi. And at defense, a senior, number 27, Tyler Garofalo. And in goal, a sophomore, number 30, Aaron Alves Thomas. Head coach of the Rams, Sean Tingley. Assistant coaches, Jimmy Marola and Chris Sullivan. And now the starting lineup for your Quakers. At right wing, a sophomore from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, number 27, Cam Mardish. At left wing, a junior from Barrington, Rhode Island, number 5, Cole Pollard. At center, a sophomore from Barrington, Rhode Island, Anthony Feedy. On defense, a junior from Providence, Rhode Island, number 10, Cam Souza. And also at defense, a junior from Attleboro, Massachusetts, number 9, Jeff Larson. And in goal, a sophomore from Barrington, Rhode Island, number 30, Alan Jaffe. Head coach of the Quakers is Frank Feedy. Assistant coaches Chris Carosi and CJ Finelli. We ask that you please now rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Starting lineups in, national anthem complete. We're set to get underway. Only 2 games in the RIIL today. That is this game that you're about to watch with us, and thank you for joining along, either watching or listening or both. Earlier today, Bishop Hendricken made a trip down to Connecticut and defeated Xavier, a Division I team down in the CIAC 5-2 earlier this afternoon. So, Charlie, in the RPI era of the RIIL, an important win for Bishop Hendricken on the road.
Definitely an important win. Hendricken continues to roll. Another team that's had a busy week, and they have been very successful across their games. Picked up a nice win yesterday over at Thayer Arena against Barrington.
This was after an opening season loss to this very same LaSalle team. A LaSalle team, Charlie, that you and I saw a bit during the preseason, and their opening matchup, Jesse Humes was the slated starter, and then all of a sudden Aaron Alves Thomas comes in and plays very well against St. John's Prep, and from then, Coach Tingley has said, the net's yours, kiddo, you take it.
Yeah, he's really been the story so far for the Rams this season, coming in on the biggest stages and really holding his own.
We're set for puck drop here from Meehan Auditorium, one of my favorite barns in all of New England for college hockey on the campus of Brown University. Off the chip and chase, it's the Quakers that control down deep. It's Cam Martish. Tries to get it to the point. It got dispossessed. That puck tipped into the LaSalle bench. And we'll get a whistle in our first stoppage, apparently with no time off the clock, because the clock operator forgot to start it. They'll take 1 second off.
14 seconds on our end, but
who's counting, Charlie? Really, who's counting? Face-off will come on the near face-off dot outside the LaSalle blue line, knocked down by Garofalo in his own zone. He'll utilize the kick play, try to move it over to Luca Marengi, the freshman defender starting on the top line, and boy, has he earned that spot for the Rams. We'll talk a little bit more about him throughout the broadcast. Puck moved through the far side. Taking a hit was Will Carosi, but he's able to move it forward, but it's an icing, is unable to get there was Magira ahead of Garofalo. 14:36 officially up on the scoreboard. No score here from Meehan Auditorium.
And you've heard a lot from local media in Rhode Island talking about the LaSalle freshmen and their Luca Marengi in the starting lineup, the Slack brothers as well. Some great freshman talent for the Rams.
Wrapping hard and around from the blue line was Trip Peterson. That puck comes out into the neutral zone. It is Peterson at the red line who gains and will dump deep. I thought he was looking to connect with the aforementioned Slack. It's Cameron that he was looking to connect with that never matriculated. Shot from distance, knocked down by the Quakers. Cross corner dump by Trip Peterson. Goes behind the net. Good hard stop and spin there by Omacholi. Omacholi tries to get the return pass. It got knifed away from him. Devin Mora, a chance, goes just wide. Indirect pass back to the point for Peterson. He's going to feed the top of the faceoff circle. Axel De Silva, a shot save made by Alan Jaffe, the sophomore keeper for the Quakers, who's been fantastic so far this season. Behind the net, Omacholi looking for some help. Doesn't get it. Gets to the faceoff circle. Fires one just wide. Cycled around by Trip Peterson toward the far corner. Finally moved out to at least a neutral zone by the Quakers. Tipped forward by Will Carosi. No icing forthcoming. Back to play at Devin Mora for the Rams. Tries a stretch pass. Got it intercepted by Jack Travers. His dump attempt knocked down by the Rams. Puck still loose at the LaSalle blue line. And they'll control Devin Mora. Backhands a pass for Trip Peterson. Double shifting right now. Puck directed in by Shane Goudreau to the far side. Chasing it hard after it was Tucker Cobury. Comes away with possession. Feeds the front. A chance. It went off the official at the side of the net as it went wide. Down went Jaffe. That shot went high. Keep an eye on that. Keep that in the back of your mind for maybe a little later in this game. Through the neutral zone is Cole Wilson. Tries to connect on the near side with Jack Travers. Unable to do so. Swept aside by Alves Thomas. Travers in the corner. Backhands one toward the middle. It's taken away by Tucker Colbury, and he gets to the neutral zone. Quakers move it right back the other way. The Rams with possession in their defensive zone. Cycle toward the far side. Colbury can't get there. Had his stick lifted. Good defense there by Anthony Feedy on the forecheck. Quakers making it really difficult for the Rams to get out of their own zone right now. Declan Finney, another freshman on this Rams roster. Gets it over to the far side, and Rams will utilize the glass to get up and out. And that'll be an icing with 12:05 to go. First period, we're still scoreless from Meehan Auditorium.
Some early feeling out from both teams. Getting chances up and down the ice, both goalies settling in. Jaffe some early tests. Maybe most of all the referee getting an early test there. Battling through an early shot attempt.
Face-off will come, left circle to the right of Alves Thomas, won by the Quakers, carrying behind the net. Carosi comes to the near corner, got dispossessed. Holding it there is Chase Birmingham, tries to backhand one wide. Planty onside across the blue line, will maintain possession, get it knifed off his stick by Magira, and to the near side it comes. Taken there by Pierce Andrian, who utilizes the kick plate and gets the puck to the face-off circle. And the Quakers able to get it to the neutral zone. Banged hard back in by Garofalo. Puck loose on the far side. Players vying for it. Sticks colliding. Finally, the Rams able to get clean possession. That's Planty. Goes behind the net for Chase Birmingham. Birmingham got tied up. Tried to feed the middle. Hit the apron of the net. Now gets it to the point. Garofalo, a shot deflected down in front of the net. Good play defensively by Cam Simon, but he got dispossessed at the side of the net. Centering pass and jumping on top of it literally was Alan Jaffe to cover it up for a whistle. 11:01 to go here first period. We're still tied at 0 from Meehan Auditorium.
Getting a little crowded around the crease there. A lot of skates, a lot of sticks in the way. Good job for Jaffe to keep his eyes on the puck and get the cover.
Face-off will come. Right circle to the left of Jaffe. Get thrown out of the dot was Jack Travers for the Quakers. Rams were able to win it cleanly. Hard pass to the near point. Won't connect with Ty Lehman. Lehman leaks back to the neutral zone to protect any potential breakout from the Quakers, who now gain possession and backhand one deep. That's going to go right in on Alves Thomas, who stops and will flip one forward. Good pass up ahead for Harry Goodwin. Tried to feed the middle of the ice, but it got taken away by the Quakers. On the backhand is Tyler Smith. He tried to dump it in deep. It got knocked down by Ty Lehman, who tries to move back the other way. Feeding Cooper Mata, but eluding the stick of Mata was that pass, and it trickles down into the near side corner. Rugby scrum ensues. Getting dispossessed was Jeff Larson. Puck loose at the circle. Gets kicked back out to the point. Sent right back toward the offensive area by Devin Mora, but the Quakers are able to clear. Icing gets negated. Devin Mora will play from behind his own net at the ECAC hockey logo here at Meehan Auditorium. In the neutral zone, Axel De Silva. He's going to use a sand wedge and chip it to the far corner. He chases after it himself. Centering pass got knocked down by the Quakers. Try to come out with speed. Here comes Cam Martish. Got stood up at the red line. Great defense there by Declan Sullivan on the back check. But gaining possession once again is Martish. Centers one. It gets all the way to the near side wall. Backhand by Poller. Goes to the far side and taken by the Rams instead. Cam Slack directs it in. Will chase hard after it. Puts a body on Cole Wilson. And the puck comes into the neutral zone. Rams try to direct it back in, but offside was LaSalle. In the zone already was Axel De Silva. And they're going to send this all the way back down into the LaSalle end. 9:19 to go, first period. LaSalle 0, Moses Brown 0. Face-off will come. Left circle to the right of Aaron Alves Thomas. Quakers fight for it and actually win the face-off. Wrap it hard and around to the near side. Magira can't get there first, but he still gets a stick on it to cycle back the other way on the reversal. It's the Rams who get it out of their own zone. Here comes Cam Slack across the blue line onside. Tries to feed in front. It was a bit far ahead of Omacholi, his centerman. Quakers on the no-look pass to the neutral zone. It went off the stick of Magira and went right back into the defensive zone for Moses Brown. Both teams changing. Fresh on the ice is Shane Gaudreau. Gaudreau tries to get a tip on the back post. Unable to get there was Tucker Cobury. Cobury now wraps hard and around to the far point. Declan Finney on the pinch at the hash marks, now at the wall, gets bottled up there by Jack Travers. And the Quakers able to maintain control, or get control, and get the puck to the neutral zone. Inside out move by Tyler Smith, but he can't get all the way through in to Alves Thomas. And the Rams will cycle to the opposite side, and Tucker Cobrey will get it to the neutral zone. With some speed and onside is Jeff Larson. Larson got dispossessed and then hooked down the player who took it away from him. That was Declan Finney, and we'll have our first power play of the afternoon. It's going to be for LaSalle, as going off for the hook is Jeff Larson.
Take another look at this one in replay. Into the corner, and takedown right there will give us your first penalty of the game.
Two minutes for hooking. That time comes at 7:04 officially. So power play opportunity for LaSalle. It's been pretty prolific with the man advantage. Shot from distance, patted aside by Alan Jaffe. Luca Marenghi, who's, I'm telling you, pretty impressive young man, is the quarterback of this power play one unit alongside Tyler Garofalo, who has the puck right now. Garofalo cycles around, top of the point, looking to feed. Finally gets it off his stick, goes to Planty. Planty back for Garofalo, and he got dispossessed by Will Carosi, who backhands it deep. We're just going to trust that they're keeping track of the time down at the table, because there is no penalty clock running up on the scoreboard right now. LaSalle trying to break out of their own zone. Oh, what a big hit on the far side by Marenghi. And we're going to get a whistle, and they're going to actually call Marenghi for a contact to the head on that check. So now the teams will skate for a side as Luca Marenghi goes to the box.
And again here in instant replay, you can watch this check into the boards with the pass up the ice. Right there, referee on top of it to make the call. A big hit, and we'll head to 4-on-4 action for the first time here.
And we don't know exactly how much time is left 4-on-4, and I think that's what Sean Tingley is trying to find out from the referee, because there are no times up on the scoreboard.
On our end, it looks like it'll be 1 minute and 11 seconds of 4-on-4 action.
Thank you for that, Charlie. Could always trust on our trusty producer, Charlie Adams. Finally, the penalty for Luca Marenghi's up on the board now. And now they just got to figure out how to put the alternate time. But either way, it's 4-on-4 for a good chunk of time. Faceoff will come inside the LaSalle defensive zone on the left wing circle, won by the Quakers. Somebody lost his stick. That was a Moses Brown player, which momentarily lost his stick. Got it right back, but it's Devin Mora for the Rams who gets it to the neutral zone. Back skating, and now in with speed is Acevedo. Acevedo cycles to the far side. Getting there first is Nick Rihanna, however, for the Rams. Rihanna drops back for Mora. Feeds the neutral zone for Quinn Peterson, but Moses Brown comes away with a steal. That puck hopped up, and Aaron Alves Thomas will glove it down as he had Jeff Larson bearing down on him. Covers for the whistle. 6:38 to go, first period. LaSalle 0, Moses Brown 0.
Looks like around 40 seconds of 4-on-4 action left to play here.
Face-off comes right circle to the left of Aaron Alves Thomas, won by the Rams. Pivoting away from the forechecker was Trip Peterson. Devin Mora on the far side, now skating to the near side with possession. Tries to cycle one, or feather one, up for Trip Peterson. Quakers come right back with it. Magira eludes one check. Magira taken down. No arms are up. Will continue playing. Moses Brown did not like the lack of a penalty there. To the red line goes Trip Peterson. He's going to chip and chase. Getting there first is Cole Wilson, and he absorbs the hit as he moves the puck up the near side. Moses Brown about to enter a power play situation here. 48 seconds of a power play for the Quakers. Coming in with speed is Cam Simon. Simon all the way around the net, looking for someone in front. Feeds the point, holding it there. Wilson, a shot save made by Alves Thomas. Wilson with possession of the hash mark. Up top he comes for Simon. Simon to the near side. A circle shot from Will Carosi goes wide. Carosi leaking in the slot with possession. He got dispossessed. Good poke check by Axel Da Silva to take it off his stick before he could shoot. 18 seconds on the power play for the Quakers. Holding out of the near point is Simon. Simon, he's going to play catch with Cole Wilson. Set to the near side, it's Carosi. Up top, Simon, a shot goes just wide. Alves Thomas did not see it. Taken away, a glove save by Alves Thomas, and that's the end of the power play for the Quakers. Back the other way come the Rams. Gaudreau in from the face-off circle, ripped it wide, and it's going to come all the way back down. Actually got slowed up at the snow in front of the Moses Brown bench, and so they're able to cycle it in. Rams try to get it out. Cross corner dump utilized by Cam Souza. Behind his own goal is Tyler Garofalo. Garofalo, Try to get it in. No icing. It gets negated. Good hustle by the Rams. Below the goal line, Planty. Planty spinning. Trying to get it out for Chase Birmingham. It got deflected back toward him. Along the end wall. Bodies tumble. Fighting for action. It's the Rams who have it. Centering pass. It got paddled aside by Alan Jaffe. Chance from distance from Garofalo goes wide. That one tipped down by Cole Poller, and they're going to also wave the icing here as back to play it was Garofalo. He's going to backhand one to Luca Merengi, his D partner. Garofalo on the near side, now to the circle. Goes over for Merengi. Far side circle, right wing circle. Try to pass one up ahead. It got deflected out of play. And we'll get a whistle and a stoppage with 3:50 to go in the first period. LaSalle 0, Moses Brown 0. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play.
Take a look back just a few moments ago at this series of opportunities for Moses Brown to end the power play. Right out in front, couldn't get the job done.
Great looks right there for Moses Brown, unable to connect, as Charlie said. Probably their best opportunity, and boy, Aaron Alves Thomas standing tall to make those saves. Puck loose along the far side of the ice, grabbed there by Jack Travers. Travers trying to connect on a pass toward the slot, never matriculated. That dump attempt by LaSalle goes out of play. 3:26 to go. Actually, they're going to call it icing. 3:26 to go first period. Face-off will come all the way back down to the Rams' defensive end, left circle, to the right of Aaron Alves Thomas, which has shown us, Charlie, why Coach Sean Tingley has pivoted to him as their number one goalkeeper.
He hasn't given Coach Tingley any inkling to believe that he made a wrong decision trusting Aaron Alves Thomas between the pipes.
Omacholi and now Cam Slack, go deep for the Rams. Oh, a gigantic hit on the near side by Axel Da Silva, but it's a 3-on-2 the other way for the Quakers. A shot and a save off the stick of Cam Simon by Aaron Alves Thomas, and we'll get a whistle with 3:02 to go first period.
And you can take a look at this hit once again. Just see waiting there, Majera along the boards, right in front of the student section, and a massive collision puts an end to that quick penalty call.
So another penalty off of a big hit. It's going to be Axel Da Silva to go off. 2 minutes for roughing. We'll get you the time of the penalty momentarily. Chance in the middle. Loose puck, shooting it wide as Will Carosi. And then the Rams able to clear it out of harm's way. Second power play opportunity for the Quakers, and each time they're trying to feed Will Carosi in the slot. He's been available, but unable to complete any shots on goal, at least, in the process. Getting bumped is Cam Simon. He'll send the puck to the point. The aforementioned Carosi tried to play catch with Simon. That puck hit the skate of the official and unable to play it were the Quakers, and that allows the Rams to send it deep. nothing you can do there. The officials are part of play. Typically, they try their best to get out of harm's way, and that official did. Still hit him in the skate, however. Final minute, 5 seconds of this Moses Brown power play, and another deep clear by the Rams.
Strong penalty kill so far for LaSalle. Great job getting it down the ice.
Cam Souza, who started from behind his own net, now gets to the offensive blue line. Souza pivots, lost the handle, and the Rams, again, this time it's Chase Birmingham doing the honors of clearing it. 37 seconds to go on this Moses Brown power play. 1:35 to go in the first period. We're still scoreless. Puck loose at the blue line, kind of ping-pongs around, turning to play it is Pollard. Pollard got pinned up against the boards, and that allowed Birmingham, who's been out for the full 2 minutes of this penalty kill, to clear it out. Final 17 seconds of the Moses Brown power play. Pollard on the far side. Onside across the blue line, looking for help. Tries to feed the middle. Great job by Luca Marengi to stick his skate out and knock that puck aside. Pollard comes to the near side half wall. Instead, it's Feedy. Feedy feeds the middle. Couldn't connect. All alone was Griffin Carlson, and he didn't have his stick down. Rams try to counter. Quickly the other way, Planty. Inside out move, and a save made by Jaffe. And he'll hang on with 53.4 seconds to go.
Both teams really looking with some great chances, trying to finish off the first period with a score. Just back and forth opportunities.
Offensive zone win for the Rams. Cycling hard to the near side is Tucker Cobury, but it's the Quakers who get there first and just feather the puck into the neutral zone. Devin Mora tries to get it for Cobury, couldn't connect. Jack Travers intercepted, backhands one toward the slot, taken away by Trip Peterson, and he'll bank it off the boards and out. Back to play, Cole Wilson gets pressured by Cobury. Pivots and comes to the near side. Final 25 seconds to go. Pass intercepted! Score! Tucker Cobury! And with 23 seconds to go, LaSalle goes up 1-0.
And the LaSalle Rams quickly jumping on the board to finish off our first period. Just 23 seconds left in the period, and LaSalle making their mark here.
Just a bad pass to try to clear by the Quakers. Try to go right in front of their goalkeeper, which a lot of coaches say, please don't do that. That's exactly what they did, and Tucker Cobury was just standing all alone in the slot, stole it, and beat Alan Jaffe glove side. Final 10 seconds. Quakers try to counter. Magira goes below the goal line, absorbs a hit, 1 second and 0, and that's going to end the first period. LaSalle with a goal at the 14:37 mark of the first period goes into the first break leading 1-0. We'll step aside momentarily when we come back. Second period action right here on the Fans Only Sports Network. This game is brought to you by Iron and Steel. Iron and Steel Threads is on a mission to bring the game to more people and communities across the nation. We create products that help share our love for hockey, and we donate portions of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSPORTZ10 to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at ironsteelthreads. Second period underway. LaSalle with a 1-0 lead and looking to add to it already. Chance from the bad angle, hit the apron of the net. It was loose in front. Jaffe didn't see it. Fortunately for him, that puck hit a body and out in front and didn't get all the way through. Outlet pass for Carosi. Got bottled up at the faceoff circle. Clearing attempt off the glass, knocked down by Pierce Andrian. That one rolled into Alce Thomas, who covers up for the whistle. Charlie, let's take another look at that goal.
Yeah, sending you back to the end of the first period here, and it's a quick score to put LaSalle out in front. Strong effort on a bad mistake from the Quakers and a good capitalization.
Face-off will come. Left circle to the right of Alce Thomas. Won by the Quakers. Chance from distance. Got deflected in by Devin Mora. And a quick whistle as the puck was loose, but the official below the goal line lost sight of it. Alce Thomas had to make the save as that shot from the point by Anthony Feedy hit Devin Mora and almost beat Aaron Alce Thomas.
Everyone gets into the face-off dot and goes for the chance, but Alce Thomas lucky to keep this game a 1-0 game.
Rams able to come out with it now. It's Cam Slack on the far side. Feeds middle. A chance. Pat save. Big rebound cleared out by the Quakers. Boy, that line of Cam Slack, Axel De Silva, and Camo Macholi have been creating havoc all afternoon long for the Rams. Harden around to the far side. Cam Martish can't clear it completely. Garofalo's shot from distance knocked down, but the Rams still control in their own zone. Slack on the near side. Backhands one over for De Silva. De Silva got dispossessed below the goal line, but the Quakers finally able to get it to the neutral zone. And that puck is sent deep by Anthony Feedy. Quakers able to change finally. Boy, they were on the ice for a good minute 30, minute 45. That line were finally off the ice. Cameron Souza reverses to the far side. Jeff Larson can't get it out. Kept in by Shane Gaudreau. Dancing with it now is Omacholi. Goes into the corner. Pinned up there by Jeff Larson. Rugby scrum ensues. Puck pops up into the air. Grabbed by the Quakers. Unable to be cleared. Omacholi tried to feed Gaudreau out in front and couldn't quite connect. This is going to be icing on Moses Brown. 13:06 to go. Second period. LaSalle 1, Moses Brown 0.
After one period of play, you can definitely tell that this Moses Brown team belongs with the top teams in Division I. Giving good competition, now just looking to get on the board here and tie things up.
Shots in that period, officially, at least down from the scorer's table. 9-6 LaSalle in that period were the shots. This chance from distance gets deflected and it went wide to the near side corner. Grabbing it there is Souza. Moves it up and along. Here comes Magira. Magira inside the blue line. Had it knifed off his stick, and the Rams quickly try to counter the other way. Top of the circle. Drag, shot, save. Jaffe doesn't know where it is. It's in his pads, and the whistle blows. 12:35 to go. Second period, a 1-0 LaSalle.
Another good opportunity for LaSalle. Jaffe making the save and then sort of just falling back down, taking a seat, and revealing to everyone in attendance where the puck ended up.
Well, that's one of the things your goalie coaches will tell you. If you feel it in your pads, don't move back because the puck could slither out of your pads and into the back of the net. Sit straight down. And that'll typically help you. Garofalo tries to move it up the near side half wall. It got all the way to Harry Goodwin, and then it got pinned up against the boards. Pollard trying to fight for it for the Quakers. Got it free, but the Rams able to move it to the neutral zone. Absorbing a hit and moving forward, Nick Rihanna. Rihanna, chance! Got blocked. Great sliding block by Cam Simon. Rihanna takes it right back off the turnover. Shot saved. Jaffe, rebound, loose side of the net. And Jaffe can't cover it up. Quakers able to knife it to the far half wall. Garofalo skating in. Centers one out in front. Knocked down by the Quakers. Trying to play the puck out of the air was Pollard. Got taken away from him and cycled low by the Rams. Far side is Martish. Martish had it stuck in his skate over to try to play it for the Rams is Rihanna. We got a two-a-side battle now, 2-on-3 battle in favor of the Quakers, but a big drive in the slot by Chase Birmingham goes just wide. Quakers having a whale of a time getting out of their own zone here. Somebody lost some lumber, and that is, oh, that's not good. That's Alan Jaffe's stick. That's awry. He's playing stickless right now. Puck loose in the circle and wisely dumped deep for an icing. Now Jaffe can get his stick. Fresh legs can come out for Moses Brown. We have a whistle. 11:06 to go, second period, 1-0 LaSalle.
Jaffe able to take a leisurely stroll to his paddle. Definitely a good call to ice the puck there, and a necessary one. Said LaSalle's leading in shots on goal after one period. Looks like things aren't going to change anytime soon in that category of how they've started this period. Oh.
Shot knocked down by Tyler Smith. He couldn't get out of the zone. We're going to get a whistle and a penalty here against LaSalle. It's going to be a hooking call. So with 10:55 to go, second period, here's a good opportunity. No, it's going to go against Moses Brown. I apologize. It's going to be Griffin Carlson going off to the box.
See if we can pinpoint this one in instant replay here. We'll send you in with play just heading over. You can see right there, number 7.
Yeah, right there.
And that's where the call came in.
Thank goodness for instant replay for us. Garofalo holding top of the slot, defers for Marengi. Marengi scored his first career goal against Bishop Hendricken a couple of Saturdays ago on the power play on a big one-timer from the top of the far circle. Looking to set up that, but Moses Brown able to corral it, and Will Carosi will send deep. Garofalo backhands one for Marengi on the near side. Feeds the middle portion of the ice. It's J.D. Planty onside across the blue line. Planty, indirect pass, try to connect with Omacholi. Instead, it's Cam Souza who got in the way. Pins the puck against the boards momentarily, try to kill some clock. Omacholi for Marengi, had it hop off his stick, gets it right back. Garofalo and Marengi play catch. Marengi fumbled it, able to get it right back. Feeds the goal line, speeding off is Omacholi. Omacholi controlling. Great job by Cam Souza to knife it off his stick and bang it hard and around to the far side boards. Garofalo. Down low it goes. Feed for Omacholi in the slot, who shoots one wide. Cam Souza trying to play it to the near side corner. Chase Birmingham goes with him. Birmingham controls for Omacholi. One-timer Garofalo. Save made. Jaffe cleared but not out. Marengi kept it in. Spinning off the defenders. Planty a chance. Hit the post. Back up top it goes Marengi. Garofalo to the far side. 30 seconds to go on this Rams power play. Score! Tyler Garofalo, the senior captain, and then sheathes the shooting stick. 2-0 LaSalle, a power play goal.
Great effort there. Getting it off to the wing and just sneaking it past Jaffe to add on to the LaSalle lead.
LaSalle goes to 1 for 2 on the power play. And now we're up 2-0. And boy, it was just plenty of zone time for the Rams.
It's only a matter of time, and when you're doing it 5-on-5, having one less defender can really make the difference for Moses Brown, and LaSalle able to crack the Quaker defense and goaltending once again here.
It's one of those, if you're Jaffe, you definitely want back. Nothing you can do about it right now as a goalkeeper, but just reset and try to refocus yourself. At the point, Dylan Slack slips it down low. Getting bumped off the puck was Declan Finney. Moses Brown, trying to skate out with it. That's Tyler Smith. Smith will follow Ty Lehman into the corner. Lehman is able to wrap hard and around to the far side, and the Rams able to get out. Oh, with a lot of space, 2-on-1. Here comes Finney. Finney backhands one, but he can't connect with Tucker Cobrey looking for goal number 2. Pass was a little out in front. Cam Simon behind his own goal. Utilizes a kick plate, try to get it around to the near side. He did, but Ty Lehman was there first for LaSalle. Cross corner dump. Now the Quakers will have to play deep out of their own zone. Great job keeping that in on the far side by Dylan Slack, who puts a big hit on, but it was from behind, and we should be getting a penalty here, and it is. Vasilis Sakroklides got hit from behind, and a power play coming up for Moses Brown.
We'll get this to you in super slow-mo. As you can see right at center ice, making the pass in, feeling the after effects after that one. A rough hit, and it's going to cost the LaSalle Rams there. Penalty and a Moses Brown power play.
So an opportunity for Moses Brown to trim into this lead, Charlie. It's their third power play of the afternoon. They're 0 for 2.
This is really your opportunity to show some life here with the man advantage.
So now the delay was the officials were over on the near bench talking to Sean Tingley. I'm not sure about what. In any event, we have a face-off. Moses Brown able to win it on the power play. See what they could do this time around. Already 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Carosi, far half wall, skates to the top of the circle. Had it knocked off his stick. Coming to the point with it is Andrian. Andrian comes near side. Cam Simon cycles around to the far side. Andrian now at the far hash marks. Is going to cycle below. We're going to get an interference penalty. Absolutely. You cannot do that when someone is coming with you with the puck. You cannot impede a defender and create a screen, if you will. Just like you can't do that in football, although the rub route is very popular. You take another look.
Right there. Referee all over that one. And we'll get another chance for 4-on-4 action.
So 2 minutes for interference goes Will Carosi. He doesn't like the call. It's absolutely the right call. Oddly enough, Charlie, I saw that play happen Friday night in an NCAA Division I game where similar situation on the power play, try to create a little more space for the teammate, impeded the defender, and immediately, right in front of the official, the right hand went up to indicate a delayed penalty. So now we have 4-on-4 action for a minute 23 seconds here. And Moses Brown is now technically 0 for 3 on the power play after giving up, or after taking that penalty, excuse me. It's the Quakers who control in the neutral zone. Pass gets knocked away. And now a couple of players get tangled up. No arms come up. They're going to call it incidental contact. I like the no call there. Carrying in is Azevedo. Azevedo, chance save made by Alf Thomas. Backhanded deep, but stolen away by Devin Mora. Mora pivots, comes to the near side. Playing off the boards and spinning is Planty. Planty coming in. Oh, backhanded one. Oh, man. That one almost went off the defender and in. And then Jaffe laying out. We'll cover it up for the whistle. 6:47 to go. Second period. 2-0 LaSalle. It was almost 3-0.
And once again here in instant replay, you can see just coming in and the puck trickling towards the post just barely. Coming back to Jaffe to make the cover.
Off the face-off win, a chance from the circle by Garofalo goes wide. Grabbed there by Peterson. Quinn Peterson feeds below. Chase Birmingham holds. Thought about feeding Marengi, instead goes back down. Peterson on the return pass, had it dispossessed by Pollard, who goes cross ice, but taken by Garofalo at the red line and dumped deep. Skating through the neutral zone, Pollard Pollard will chip and chase. Cam Mardish tries to go below the goal line. It's Pollard with it now. 3 seconds of 4-on-4 action. Now a 30-second abbreviated power play for the Rams. Here comes the extra skater, but a great job by Moses Brown realizing that, sending that puck deep. Rams, who are 1 for 2 on the power play. Merengue carries deep. Had it knifed off his stick. Peterson got dispossessed. Quakers will take it and bang it deep. 5 seconds. That's just about going to do it for the power play. Rams are 1 for 3. Moses Brown 0 for 3. Puck comes to the near side. Grabbed there by Pierce Andrian. Andrian had it taken off his stick. Back the other way goes Cooper Mata. Mata across the blue line onside. Forgot the puck for a second. Then takes a shot. Pat save Jaffe. Rebound comes back to him. And it got played below the goal line there by Harry Goodwin. Goodwin had it taken off his stick by Souza. Souza tries to change direction and then trips the LaSalle player. Souza upset because he felt like the official was in the way a couple of times. And now another power play opportunity coming up for LaSalle.
And we have it for you here, an instant replay. Into the corner. Action heads with Moses Brown in control. And there's your referee that you're talking about. And trip made there. Quickly voicing some frustration as another power play chance heads LaSalle's way.
Rams 1 for 3 on the power play. 4:54 to go, second period. Rams enjoying a 2-0 lead over the Quakers. It's Merengue and Garofalo on the point for LaSalle. Up front is Planty, Omacholi, and Chase Birmingham. It's Omacholi controlling, top of the circle. Backhands one over for Merengue. Merengue thought about walking the blue line, instead gave it to Garofalo. Garofalo at the hash marks, far circle. Omacholi back for Garofalo. Bad angle shot, hit the post, and then hit the top of the referee's head. Boy, I'm not sure about the positioning. Both of these officials have been hit by shots.
Not been a friendly day for either of the referees in zebra stripes.
With pucks and skates, referees being hit up high. This is a weird day here at Meehan Auditorium. 1:24 to go on the Rams power play. Omacholi with speed, gains the goal line, sends it back up for Garofalo. Merengue straight away, comes near side for Planty. Planty on the hash marks on the right circle. Far side he goes. Garofalo feeds low. Back it goes for him, a one-timer. Save made by Jaffe off the pass from Omacholi. And he'll cover for a whistle. 3:58 to go, second period. 1:05 to go on the power play for LaSalle, who enjoys a 2-0 advantage.
Things continue to go right for LaSalle. Some great puck movement there on the power play. Might not have gotten everything they were looking for on that final shot that Jaffe made the save. And
we're going to get an offside here as Garofalo accidentally brought the puck out before he wrapped it around. So with 60 seconds exactly to go on the power play, 3:53 to go, second period. Faceoff will come left wing dot outside the Quaker blue line. One back by the Rams, but Garofalo has to go all the way into his own zone to play it. Merengue on the near side. His pass got knocked down, taken away, spinning with it, unable to pick up his stick quickly, however, was Jack Travers, who had the stick come out of his hand as he blocked that pass from Merengue to Garofalo, and then we'll have a two-line offside pass, so faceoff will come all the way back down into the LaSalle defensive zone. 3:31 to go, second period, 38 seconds to go on the power play.
you look at what could have been there for Moses Brown with the Travers stick on the ice. Nearly their best opportunity of the night. Instead, just a bit of a weak shot coming.
He just took a long time to recover from that point, Charlie. And right off the faceoff, a chance by Carosi. Save made by Alce Thomas as he was protecting that near post. Cam Slack will knife it toward the far corner. Quinn Peterson will play it there. He turns and will feed the point. Devin Mora on the near side. Cross-ice pass. Holding. Backdoor! Cam Slack, a power play goal! Second power play goal of the afternoon for LaSalle, who goes up 3-0. This time it's the freshman, Cam Slack.
A wide open side of the net. No way Slack would miss that chance to put his team up now 3-0. Another power play successful for LaSalle.
2 for 4 on the power play are the Rams. 3:08 to go, second period. And the Rams enjoying a commanding 3-0 lead before intermission. Cam Mardish going to bank it hard and around. Magira to the near side corner. Mardish can't get there first. Instead, it's the Rams. Magira bottles up Mora, who gets some help below the goal line. Backhanded softly up and out into the neutral zone. Grabbed there by Shane Gaudreau. Gaudreau across the blue line onside. Centering pass got knocked down. Good play there by Jeff Larson, who'll send it into the neutral zone and into the LaSalle area. 2:30 to go, second period. 3-0 Rams. 2 power play goals by the Rams. And they are in control here this afternoon. Larson tries to utilize the far side of the rink. Got taken down by the Rams. Quakers just seem a little disjointed this afternoon, Charlie.
Trying to click, they might be forcing it a little too hard to really get on the board and make a successful effort down the ice.
This is not going to be icing as that trickled all the way in on Alan Jaffe. Quakers try to utilize the far side of the rink. It's Rory Merritt on the ice for the first time this afternoon. Indirect pass to the point. Cycled hard and around, back deep by Declan Sullivan. Grabbed by the Quakers behind their own net. That pass took a weird bounce off the kick plate. Centering pass, left pad save by Jaffe out in front. Boy, Nick Rihanna, second opportunity. He was all alone in the slot. Second time, he could not convert. The first he shot wide, and that one denied by Jaffe. To the point, but not out. Shot from distance gets deflected just wide. Wraparound chance doesn't quite go. Quakers fighting and willing the puck to get out, but the Rams able to still keep it in and hem the Quakers deep in their own zone. Finally, the puck is dumped out. We'll have an icing with 60 seconds exactly to go here in this second period. And the Rams enjoying a 3-0 advantage despite what the scoreboard in-house says.
I mean, that's just about all you can do for Moses Brown after another series of shots from the Rams, clearing the puck out. And first period action, and we said 9 shots on goal for LaSalle. I'm thinking this period, we got to be close to 15 to 20. They continually are getting multiple chances, and another one right there off the faceoff,
which Jaffe covers up with 58.7 seconds to go before our long intermission. And Charlie, a lot of people saw this game on the schedule and kind of said, okay, maybe this is the litmus test for Moses Brown, who are heavy favorites in Division I. Everybody thinks that they're going to take that next step up after a very young roster last year. But right now, it's LaSalle not looking like this is their third game in 3 nights.
Definitely looking fresh, definitely confident. You can tell that you're playing 3 games in 3 nights, and it feels a lot better to play those 3 games when you're winning them.
Final 25 seconds. It's a lot easier on your body. Carosi enters the zone onside for the Quakers. Final 20 seconds. Carosi pivots, looks to come near side, feeds the middle, nobody home. Taken away by Chase Birmingham, who gets it to the neutral zone for the Rams. Quakers control, but they'll have to tag up, which they do. Final 8 seconds here in the second period. Puck moved up, but not out. Grabbed there by Birmingham. He'll just pin it up against the boards until we hit that. Triple zeros up on the board. We're through 2 periods here at Meehan Auditorium. This game is brought to you by Iron and Steel. Iron and Steel Threads is on a mission to bring the game to more people and communities across the nation. We create products that help share our love for hockey and We donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSPORTZ10 to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at Iron Steel Threads. We'll step aside when we come back. First and second period wrap up, third period action from me in Auditorium. It's LaSalle 3, Moses Brown 0. This is the RIIL Boys Hockey on the Fans Only Sports Network. This game is brought to you by Iron and Steel. Iron and Steel Threads is on a mission to bring the game to more people and communities across the nation. We create products that help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSPORTZ10 to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at Iron Steel Threads. Second intermission here from me in Auditorium about to elapse. Alongside Charlie Adams, I'm George Bannister. It is a 3-0 lead for LaSalle. Charlie, how did we get here?
Yeah, let's take a look back through our first two periods of action, and it started off with Tucker Cobery here cleaning up a weak pass from Moses Brown and putting away the goal to open scoring late in the first period. And after that, LaSalle was off to the races with a power play goal here from Tyler Garofalo, finding the back of the net from the wing to bring LaSalle up 2-0. It's been a bit of a struggle for JP. There's been a lot of shots on goal, but here with a chance coming in from JD Planty, a lunging stop as the puck trickled to the near post and maybe making a cover there, but LaSalle was not done with their first 2 periods of scoring, finishing off the second period with another power play goal, this one from Cam Slack, finding the empty side of the net and right there in position to clean up a third goal for the Rams and bring us here to third period action with a 3-goal lead. And it's now Moses Brown looking to show something that they can compete with a team like LaSalle.
Shots on goal through the first 2 periods. LaSalle 25, Moses Brown 12. And Charlie, you had mentioned it kind of felt like anywhere between 15 and 20 shots on goal for LaSalle. 16 was the total in that period.
Yeah, it felt like it on the ice, and I love getting proved right. It's aggressive offense, and building off of that first period, especially closing out with the goal, LaSalle came out and really dominated in the attacking zone, taking shots, being in position to continually put JP under fire, under stress, and eventually, especially on those power play chances, find the cracks in the Moses Brown defense.
It's one of those, you give up a goal so late in the period. The goal scored by Tucker Cobray came with 23 seconds left in the period, and you felt like Moses Brown, it's such a letdown. But they recovered nicely. Now they just got to stay out of the box because the next 2 goals LaSalle scored were on the power play. We're underway in the third period. Cam Souza walking in. His shot got deflected aside by Garofalo. Opportunity from the blue line. Got knocked down this time by Chase Birmingham, and the Rams get the puck to the neutral zone. Cycled in deep by the Quakers, but it's Garofalo skating out with it for LaSalle. Tries to get it up to the blue line for Birmingham, who got bottled up. Here comes McGarrah. McGarrah fan on the shot. Second chance save made by Alves Thomas. Wrapped to the near side. Keeping it in there is Jeff Larson for the Quakers, but bottled up below the goal line was the Quaker player, and Luca Merengue able to get it out of the zone. Coming right back in is McGarrah. Pad save. Rebound. Glove down by Alves Thomas, and he'll hang on for a whistle. 14 minutes even ago here in the third period. 3-0 LaSalle.
Like what I see coming out of the locker room for the Quakers. Couple chances, looking a bit more aggressive and a bit more in control of their chances. Still good goaltending coming from Alves Thomas.
Through the neutral zone, skate the Rams. Red line, now blue line. Offside, however, as Cam Slack was in maybe a millisecond ahead of the puck. And we'll have a whistle and a face-off outside the Moses Brown blue line on the left wing, right wing dot. It's going to be Omacholi, and now there's a discussion, and the face-off changes to the left wing dot on the far side. Omacholi will go up against Anthony Feedy on the face-off. Off the scrum, Quakers push it forward, but it's Devin Mora for the Rams who controls. Gets it up the far wall for De Silva. Bad angle shot, stopped by Jaffe. De Silva regains possession on his backhand. Trying to figure out what to do. Pivots, faces the net, comes to the near side. That's Trip Peterson backhanding one that gets deflected into the near side corner. Peterson at the point. Omacholi goes for Mora from distance. Blockered high. Almost went into the net. Instead it fluttered over the net on Jaffe. To the point it comes. Peterson from distance. Left pad save by Jaffe. Puck still loose. Grabbed there by De Silva. De Silva at the circle. He's going to try to come in hard. He just lost an edge and tumbled right into the boards. Puck squirts free, and it's grabbed by the Quakers, who finally are going to try to get out of their zone. Here's Cam Simon skating out. Simon waiting for help, gains the blue line, will dump deep. Everybody else was changing for Moses Brown. First to it on the far side, Rory Merritt. Merritt's pass got knocked down. Omacholi tried to backhand one to the near wall. It got knifed away. Chasing hard after it, Tucker Cobrey bumps Cam Souza to gain possession of the puck. Cobrey gets knocked down at the circle. Good play by Jack Travers. Puck got backhanded out to the neutral zone. Rory Merritt comes onside. Shot from distance, knocked down by Dylan Slack and pushed along to the far half wall. Puck dumped in by Jack Travers. He's going to chase after it for the Quakers. He's going to pressure. Declan Finney can't get it up and out. Kicked back in by Tyler Smith for Moses Brown. It's wrapped to the near side. Good open ice hit on the near side by Jeff Larson. Quakers control in their own defensive zone. Souza trying to utilize his net as a screen. Unable to do so. Gets pestered from behind. But I think the net is off its moorings, and it is. So the play is whistled dead here in the third period. A 3-0 lead for LaSalle with 11:50 to go.
And me and Auditorium, we've called plenty of games here for the Fans Only Sports Network. Very well attended here tonight for this big Division I hockey matchup. A lot of fans along the railings and in the seats.
It's a pivotal, even though it's early season, it's a pivotal matchup in Division I hockey and RIIL. Again, sort of a litmus test for Moses Brown to see kind of where they stand with regards to their progress from last year to this. LaSalle doing much of the same they've done this entire hockey game, and that's pinned the Quakers deep in their own zone. Puck loose in the far corner, moved up by Moses Brown into the neutral zone. Pass to the near side. Comes over for Cam Martish, who couldn't quite control. Dumped in now by Jeff Larson. Rams are there first, however, but can't get it out of their own zone, respectively. Souza trying to spin off a check and backhand one toward the middle. I apologize. That was Tyler Smith. Smith moves it up for Magera. Magera fighting 1-on-2. Loses the battle naturally, but the Rams can't get it out. Good stick work there by Cooper Mata to get the puck down and out. Indirect pass to the far side. Anthony Feeney goes to the middle. Magera again got dispossessed at the blue line. Spinning and dumping is Pollard to the near side. Behind his own net goes Luca Marengi. Trying to cycle to the far side. Bad angle shot. Second chance opportunity for Anthony Feeney. Both times denied by Alves Thomas, who holds for the whistle. 10:18 to go, third period, 3-0 LaSalle.
And you look at the second period, giving up 2 power play goals. You'd say Moses Brown should stay out the penalty box, but here what they're doing, they're having more time in the attacking zone, and should they get on a penalty kill, their goalie and defense won't be so tired after trying to stop 5-on-5 attacks from LaSalle, and could be a more successful penalty kill unit.
Magera fired that one wide. Comes all the way down to the Moses Brown defensive zone. We're going to get a tripping penalty here, as losing an edge and falling down was Quinn Peterson on the forecheck. And as he did, his stick slipped out. So power play opportunity coming up for Moses Brown, as Quinn Peterson will go to the box.
Bit of a slip up, and it's costing the Rams there. And here we go with a Moses Brown power play opportunity. Plenty of time left in this third period. You get one here, and you're really right back into it.
Face-off win for the Quakers. They try to control low. Travers puts one out in front. Save made by Alves Thomas. And the Rams try to skate out with it. That's Chase Birmingham who gets it into the Moses Brown defensive zone. Quakers trying to regroup. Travers in the neutral zone. Gains the red line. He'll dump deep. Bounces off the kick plate, off the apron of the net. Devin Mora got pressured. Still able to move the puck up to the far side and out of the zone, at least momentarily. Carosi wanted the return pass. Instead, we're going to get an icing here, as that pass across the ice by Cam Simon missed everybody. So with 1:27 to go on the power play, Moses Brown will have to win a defensive zone faceoff,
It was 5-on-5, and looked like Moses Brown was really getting things under control in the attacking zone, but now with the penalty kill out for LaSalle, bit of a struggle there in the neutral zone.
I love how aggressive they've been all afternoon long on the penalty kill. They haven't allowed the puck carrier to get comfortable with it in the offensive zone or even in the neutral zone. Magira coming all the way around. Goes around the world on the cage. Goes up top for Souza at the blue line, who keeps it in. Souza, head up, looking for some help. Will take a shot from distance that goes high and wide. It caroms off the glass and back in front, and Alice Thomas will cover for a whistle. 8:57 to go, third period. 1:02 to go on the Moses Brown power play. Rams leading 3-0. Magira and Goudreau on this faceoff. And they're going to pull Jaffe out of the net and bring an extra skater in, Will Carosi. 6-on-4 here on this power play with 8 minutes and 53 seconds to go. That's interesting. Souza slips it down low to the top of the circle. Got taken away. Here comes Goudreau. Goudreau to the middle. Feathered over. Backhand chance. Got knocked down by a Moses Brown player. I believe that was Souza. It was. 35 seconds to go on the man advantage for Moses Brown. In onside. To the near side comes Larson. Larson puts a shot. Save made. That puck is dumped out. 24 seconds to go on the Moses Brown power play. Jack Travers all the way back behind his own net. He's going to skate out with it. Now skates through the shield through the neutral zone. Travers, power move, tries to feed the middle. It doesn't go. Garofalo misses just wide on the empty net on the shorthanded bid. Souza. It's going to come all the way around to the near side. 2 seconds in one. Power play over. Now it's a 6-on-5 with 7:53 to go. Souza save! Rebound goes over the stick of Magira. Backhanded in by Moses Brown, but they had to tag up. Puck knocked down near the blue line. Magira. Excuse me, that's not Magira. Waiting for the pass was Magira. Chance from distance by Souza. Stick to side by Alice Thomas. To the near side it comes. Skate to stick for Goudreau. Goudreau trying to feather one toward the net. Got knocked aside. Pressure there by Quinn Peterson on the forecheck. Cam Souza can't quite corral it. On the far side, Axel Da Silva trying to fight for it for LaSalle. Can't quite do so. If anything else, Moses Brown just needs to ice this puck. Chance from distance by Garofalo goes wide. Here's the icing that will allow Jaffe to come back in net. 7:07 to go, third period. LaSalle up 3-0.
6-on-4. You like your look there, and Coach Feedy taking a chance there, trying to get his Quakers back in this game with a score, getting as much of an advantageous number of attackers on the ice as possible. That one is about that's the second best thing that could have happened besides a score.
Yes. Rams control after the offensive zone faceoff. Puck drop back. Marengi a drive and a save made by Jaffe, and he'll hold on for the whistle. 6:53 to go, third period, 3-0 LaSalle. Moses Brown 0 for 4 on the power play this afternoon. Meanwhile, LaSalle 2 for 4. It's pretty much the story of this game. That and the bad turnover by Moses Brown have led to the LaSalle goals this afternoon. Near side corner, Quakers control. Touch pass, skating through with it is Cole Wilson. Onside across the blue line. Wilson's shot knocked down by Garofalo. Takes a weird hop off the end wall. And we're going to get a whistle as a player went crashing into the net. Did the net come off its moorings? I don't think so. So I'm not sure what the whistle was for. In any event, the faceoff's going to come outside the LaSalle blue line at the right wing dot. 6:26 to go, third period. 3-0 LaSalle over Moses Brown. LaSalle, of course, last year making it to the Frozen Four at Schneider Arena here for Division I. Moses Brown got eliminated in the quarterfinals last year of the RIIL tournament. Magira in the neutral zone. Great back check by Declan Finney. Lifted his stick and took the puck right away from it. And now it's The Rams going back the other way. Pass intended for Finney to reward him. Got knocked down off the stick of Tucker Cobry. Quakers try to move out of their own zone. Indirect pass to the near side. Cannot connect with Magira. Back to skate with it is Trip Peterson for the Rams. Comes to the left wing boards for Shane Gaudreau. Gaudreau got stood up there by Cole Wilson, but still able to move the puck forward. Declan Finney at the blue line, able to knife it deep and now go off for a change. 5:34 to go, third period. 3-0 LaSalle over Moses Brown here at Meehan Auditorium. Cam Martish eludes a checker. Martish lost the puck. He was intending on backhanding one on the wraparound and just lost possession of it. Martish regains possession after the stick lift. Will dump deep. Jack Travers a chase for the Quakers. Instead, it's Devin Mora for LaSalle, whose pass did not find anybody. Chasing hard after it is Jeffrey Larson alongside Mata. Larson moves it to the far side. Pass to the middle of the ice for Cam Martish, never connected. Here comes Larson skating in, stood up. Good check by Declan Sullivan. Standing up, Larson. Travers winds and fires. Save made by Alf Thomas. Puck loose at the circle. Now deflected into the near corner. Can't play it there was Pollard. Grabbed by the Rams and sent down by Nick Rihanna into at least the neutral zone. Souza tried to self-pass off the near wall. Bottled up by a couple of Rams players who move it back into the Moses Brown zone. 4:25 to go, third period. Boy, these boards have some weird hops this afternoon, Charlie.
Seen a lot of things bounce weird ways here tonight. Off of the ice, off of the boards, off of referees. This game's had it all.
Indirect pass on the far wall for Cam Simon. Never matriculated for Moses Brown. Into the neutral zone it goes. Griffin Carlson. Left wing pass for Will Carosi. Carosi and it knocked off his stick behind the net. That pass off the boards for Carosi had a little too much mustard on it. Rams able to get into the neutral zone. Skating with it there, J.D. Planty. Onside. Planty holds. Feeds a shot. Save made by Jaffe. Off the stick of Quinn Peterson. He'll hang on for the whistle. 3:43 to go, third period. 3-0 LaSalle.
Moses Brown running out of time. This period's really flown by. They got their power play with around 10 minutes remaining in the period. Went 6-on-4, and when that net was empty, it was really just a long time of waiting for Moses Brown to get across, and it just never happened.
That puck fluttered up and hit somebody on the LaSalle bench as a couple of players ducked out of harm's way. I want to point out, Emma Offner never flinched down there on the bench. I'm just saying. Just saying. The athletic trainer / do-it-all person for LaSalle Athletics. 3:33 to go, third period. 3-0 LaSalle. Faceoff will come at the center circle. Controlled by the Quakers. Skating with it is Simon. Simon tried to direct a pass to the far side for Pollard. Never completely connected. Pollard has it. Has to wait for Magira to tag up. Cross corner dump. Magira gets there. Glove down by Simon at the blue line. Move to the far side. Garofolo, who's now playing defense alongside Ty Lehman. Another freshman getting some time. Magira off the turnover. Save made by Alf Thomas, flashing the left pad. Cross ice pass. Chase Birmingham will glove it down. Gain the blue line. Dump it in. And LaSalle will get fresh skaters out there. With speed coming out of his own zone for the Quakers comes Anthony Feedy. Beg your pardon. That was Azevedo. Azevedo try to connect with Martish. Good hit by Devin Mora to dispossess him. Martish able to try to move it along the far side. Mora with another big hit. There's a Ram player down. Slow to get up is Trip Peterson. From distance, a shot gets deflected, and it goes up out of play into the protective netting behind the net. 2:20 to go, third period. 3-0 LaSalle. Face-off will come, left circle to the right of Aaron Alves Thomas, who's made a couple of big saves, and now we'll have a timeout. Moses Brown 2:20 to go, third period, a 3-0 LaSalle. And I like this timeout because presumably Jaffe will be out of net now with as you near the 2-minute mark of this third period. So now 6-on-5.
Team's got a little taste of what a Moses Brown empty net looks like. Now can have a more pointed discussion on exactly what to do in this 6-on-5 situation. See how both teams handle it coming out of the timeout. And Moses Brown, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to score 3 goals against LaSalle. They don't give up many goals at all. It's a tough task, but to get one, it would mean a lot for this team.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not one to believe in moral victories, Charlie, but at this point, to make yourself feel good and make yourself feel like tonight wasn't a total waste of time or total waste of a game where your penalty kill has kind of struggled, your zone exits have struggled. It feels like this is a time to get yourself up on the board.
Definitely, and they're riding high against these Rhode Island opponents. If you take a loss here against a team like LaSalle, you know there's still building, there's still higher places for this team to go. Later in the season, later in the future coming seasons, there is more to be had for Moses Brown, and a loss to LaSalle here would definitely show that there's work to be done. But they have some promise. That first period for a while there was very competitive until the final minute.
And we're going to get a delayed start or a do-over on the face-off because a little shenanigans going on between Cam Slack and Anthony Feedy. But you're right, Charlie. That first period was a well-played first period up until that turnover, which gave Tucker Cobrey the puck right in the middle of the slot. Do it all over again. Empty net down to our left. Moses Brown with possession. It's Feedy below the goal line. Centered one and unable to connect on the one-timer was Magira. Macholi had the puck knifed off his stick from behind by Magira. Try to move it down low was Carosi. Macholi toward the empty net. Bang! Off the post! Slack with a big hit on the near side. Macholi with some heavy pressure on the forecheck. Slack's going to join him. Finally, the Quakers try to get it out. Magira, indirect pass. Souza, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Souza, down low, save made. Actually, the shot went wide by Feedy. Puck loose, and Feedy can't knock it out of the air. Final 90 seconds. Cam Souza holding. Try to center one. Goes back behind the cage for Feedy. Feedy's pass hit the apron of the net. Magira can't get a stick on it. To the point it comes. Simon's chance goes wide. Magira tries to feed one to the middle. Hits off the pad of Alf Thomas, and then it rolls in, and he'll sit on top of it for the whistle with 73 seconds to go here in the third period, and the Rams enjoying a 3-0 advantage over the Quakers.
Nearly got our empty net. Just barely missing the mark for Omacholi, but Moses Brown quickly recovering, bringing it back into the attacking zone, and now at the attacking zone face-off, another chance.
Face-off win by the Quakers. Chance from distance got knocked down. Fed to the point, trying to backhand one down was Quinn Peterson. It got knocked down by the Quakers. Starting from deep in their own zone, Martish, gave the puck away. At the blue line was Quinn Peterson trying to backhand one toward the net. Under 60 seconds to go. Final 50 seconds here from Meehan Auditorium. This puck sent in on the chip and chase by the Quakers. Travers can't keep it in. On the far side is Azevedo. Azevedo fanned on a couple of passes and now pressured by Peterson. Puck comes out. That would have been offside. That goal would not have counted. Quakers finally in their own zone. 24 seconds to go. Big hit on the far side by Quinn Peterson. Puck goes behind the net. Grabbed there by J.D. Planty. Planty for Peterson. Down the ice. Misses wide. Will get an icing with 12.1 seconds to go here in the third period. And the Rams up 3-0.
Moses Brown will have a chance to bounce back against Barrington in their next one before another big matchup against Bishop Hendricken. Traveling to Thayer Arena for that one. Back-to-back games.
Face-off win for the Rams. Sent out of the zone. It won't be icing this time as the Quakers play it. Final 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and that's going to do it from Meehan Auditorium. LaSalle comes across town and delivers a 3-0 thumping to Moses Brown on their home ice. Charlie, final thoughts of this matchup?
It was a definite learning, a definite measuring stick game for Moses Brown to see exactly where you're lining up with teams like LaSalle, and now you can build. Figure out what went wrong, how to improve. You have another matchup against another very strong opponent in Rhode Island coming up against Bishop Hendricken, and you can't overlook Barrington either. Should be a good one in both of those matchups for the Quakers. And with that first period of play, they showed that they could definitely hang, and a couple power play goals and a big mistake in the first really sunk them. But for LaSalle, they continue to roll across the state of Rhode Island, and really it's led by some great goaltending.
Aaron Alves Thomas, fantastic in net, but when you have special teams units, Charlie, that go 2 for 4 offensively and kill all 4 penalties defensively, that is huge at any level of hockey, but especially at the high school level. For our entire crew here at Meehan Auditorium and our producer and my broadcast partner, Charlie Adams, I'm George Bannister saying thanks for tuning in. One more time, final score, LaSalle 3, Moses Brown 0. This has been a presentation of the Fans Only Sports Network.